All right, hello and welcome to the Matchday Vlogs channel. As always, please remember to smash that like button, hit subscribe because it really does make a difference to the channel. We're here this evening to talk about yesterday's emphatic win down at the Valley in front of Nathan Jones and the Charlton faithful there. And of course, we're going to be looking ahead to Tuesday night's game against Leicester City. But before we get into that, this show is proudly sponsored by the guys over at Happy Hot Tubs, where this show, this month, they are offering a buy now, pay later finance, so you can have the tub installed in January 2026 with zero deposit and not a penny to pay until January 2027. As well as this, they're offering a free annual service worth £349. Find them online or visit a showroom near you. And if you mention Matchday Vlogs during your tub purchase, you also receive a special gift from us too, so check that out there. And also we have a super happy announcement to make, and that is something that happened this afternoon, and caught us all by surprise, and that is, in fact, we crossed over into 8,000 subscribers. So a huge humble thank you to all of you who smashed the subscribe button and do with the things you do. It is greatly appreciated because it really does make a difference to the channel. Because without you, it would be less than this. It would be less, but we really do appreciate that. And in fact, we in that picture, we are, whereabouts were we, Jack? We're just over by the sort of the far left of the picture, kind of up where you can see that gap in the gantry. We're about there, aren't we? But,
yeah, we're hidden in the shadows, usually where people would usually find us.
Good evening to also everyone in the chat section. Let us know where you're watching the show from. It's always fun to see how far and wide this show reaches, and also get your thoughts of the recent games, and of course your thoughts on potentially the new permanent manager. We're going to go on to all of that, but I figure we should perhaps start off with those crazy 8 minutes of fun from yesterday, Jack, shouldn't we? Really?
I mean, I don't know about you, but 5 goals really takes it out of a man. I'm feeling it today. My back hurts. For the first time in a long time, I've left the football game and my back hurts because you've jumped on it.
Yes. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had a letter from your chiropractor.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. I've not just been sat there and bored and going, what is going on? And that's why. But no, it was amazing yesterday. What a nice day out. You know. Yeah. First of all, we didn't know where we were going to go until until you bought the ticket. So that was nice. It was a nice surprise day out.
It's true. It's true.
And then it ended up being probably the best away day we've seen.
Yeah. There's a comment in it. How come the stream is in portrait mode? If you go, there is actually 2 streams going live at the moment, and I'm not sure if this is a great idea from the platform that I use to stream with, but it's basically streaming 2, one in portrait, one in landscape. So there is if you're on the portrait one and you don't like it, just go back in and find the landscape one. I don't know how they're going to look different, but
I'm sure that will make everybody's viewing experience better.
Yes, this might be the first and last time we try this mixed multi-platform setup, but who knows? We'll see how it goes. But yeah, if you're watching on Facebook, it will be in a portrait mode. If you're watching on YouTube, it will be either portrait or landscape, but they are both available, so you can jump onto the landscape one if you're on YouTube. There we go. Fun stuff. Indeed.
Indeed.
Yesterday.
Indeed.
Yeah. But no, it's absolutely amazing performance yesterday. So many standout performances. Cam Bragg, Adam Armstrong maybe had his best game in the Southampton shirt, and Finn Azaz linking up well.
I think Finn Azaz really performed because in the first maybe 5-10 minutes we were really hard on him. We were like, he just doesn't look like he's up to it. Doesn't look like he's in space, and then suddenly it's like he just moved 2 feet to the right and it all worked out. And it was like, oh, yeah, now he's completely worked out. He was so good. The whole midfield was just class. I think, like you said, Adam Armstrong probably had his best game in the shirt. I don't know kind of what magic Tonda's done to make him work as a number 9.
Yep.
But he probably looked like the best version of Shea Adams we've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was great.
Really, really good.
It was that partnership of him being able to work with the wingers and those wingers being so aggressive going forward. You know, having those players around him that just wanted to attack the box. We heard that so much from Will, wanting them to attack the box, and then he's gone and now suddenly we're doing that. I don't really understand
Hmm.
why they weren't doing that the entire time.
Yeah, I get the impression though there's perhaps been a bit more detail shared with the players from manager to player than perhaps there was previously. I don't know if that's unfair to say, but maybe the stewardship under Will Still was a little vague. Do you reckon that was the case?
Yeah, I think you heard those interviews before, and he was sort of like, he expecting players to just know where to be and know where to go. He was saying like the players were saying, "What? Well, am I allowed to go there?" Doing that kind of thing. I think he was just leaving it. I just don't think he was aggressive enough in his approach, and I think Tonda's got to step in when they're playing so badly and kind of just be quite a forceful hand straight away. Just be like, right, you need to sort your stuff out because we need to get going here. I think just that little bit of push and a little bit of, right, this is where you should be going, this is where you need to be running. Suddenly they're doing it. Suddenly they kind of look like the team that we assume we're going to see all season.
Yeah.
Just when it's taken, till November for it to happen.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating because you've known there's quality. I mean, we've seen it from Leo Cienzo, we've seen it a little bit from Casper Yander, but to see it link up in the way that it was, I mean, I think maybe Charlton were set up a little bit overly open. Maybe I thought they were pressing incredibly high, and certainly after that third goal went in, I thought, well, maybe they would see a slight shift, but they just kept doing it. And we were joking in the away end, basically, it's a bit like if you're playing a mate on FIFA and you've got one little trick and you just keep doing it and you just keep hammering on it. It's just like, why would you not adapt to that?
Yeah, it just, as good as we were yesterday, you have to think a little bit of it, like how bad were Charlton that they weren't really offering much at all. I mean, how many shots on target they ended up having? I think because at one point I checked and it was 2, and it was just one of them was the goal, and then one of
we had 20 shots in the first half.
Mental. I mean, and not a lot in the second half. It dried up a little bit second half, but just at that space of time, they just seem to know everything and every player. I don't know if it's because everyone's finally playing their position.
Yeah,
when I was watching Tom Fellows that game, it was just like he was just up and down the wing. He didn't. I love this. His heat map must have just been a straight line.
Yeah,
because that's all he was doing. I think you just get your wingers doing exactly what they're meant to be doing. The players, funnily enough, just playing their position.
Yeah.
Suddenly it all just seemed to click into place. I mean, and also, like you said, Cam Bragg was so good in the middle of the park. His stats were great after the game. He kind of made Flynn Downs look a bit stupid, really, especially when Flynn came on later. And I thought the midfield, he looked even shoddier.
Yeah, he did absolutely superb.
Yeah, after seeing the 21s playing against Madrid, there was so many times I thought, just get a few of these boys in because they've clearly got know how to play football, which the senior team don't know how to do most of the time.
Yeah,
and they've got a bit of heart to it, and they care, and it's just so good to see it. And when then obviously when J Rob comes on a little bit later, you're like, see, there's loads of good stuff coming up from down under. So it just feels like a good Southampton side with youth players coming in.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Exactly that. And we got Oreo also there coming in as well. I mean, when you just look at our midfield, it's pretty stacked now. I mean, you consider we've got Shea Charles out injured, but when he comes back into play, we've got Casper Yander there, we've got Oreo Romeo, we've got Flynn Downs, and like we said yesterday on the way back, it's like there's no way Flynn Downs pips Cam Bragg for that midfield position. But you've got to think that maybe with this 3-game week that the players have been stacked and sort of been worked into the fact that, okay, well, maybe Flynn's got 90 minutes, pick and choose and are you going to stick him in a game where you need an awful lot of experience against a side like Leicester?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a different story against Leicester because it's not less of an unknown. I think last time we played Charlton was like 2011 maybe.
Yeah.
So it's playing Leicester, we've played them a lot. They kind of know what to expect. It's a bit different because they just seem to be a team that we've not played in the last 5 years. So you never know going into it. I don't know if Ori's going to be. I don't doubt Ori's going to be fit for it. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just the same that we see again.
Yeah, maybe.
But when do you think when Charles is fit, where does that place Downs then? Of all the midfielders, like he's right at the bottom.
Yeah, but it
just ship him out January. We don't need him. Ipswich might take him.
But before we move on, I think we can wax lyrical about that Charlton game. But I did see a tweet, and I'm sure many people have seen this very same tweet because it's been sort of reposted by many large platforms as well. and that was been reposted by us. Not sound super snobby there, but yeah, no, this one here from SFC Toby. I need assistance. I've turned on to Charlton versus Southampton on Sky Sports Plus, but it's showing me Charlton versus 2015 Barcelona instead. Oh my, yeah. It was a bit like that, really, wasn't it?
Crazy.
I mean, a few people messaged me and say it's like we're turned into prime Brazil.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Just like it for the first time, I don't know in how long it just looked like a fluid, liquid team. I mean, what was it? I think before the game, Charlton had conceded 4 goals at home in 2025. I think they were what was it, 23 win? Was it 23 games at home?
One loss.
It was a fortress down there with the valley, and then suddenly, Southampton show up. It's insane. But do you think that's going to carry over to Tuesday? Do you think it's going to be that fiery Tuesday?
I think Tuesday is. We were saying that actually that the Charlton away game was the hardest of the 3, and now that one's out the way and we've destroyed Charlton 5-1, it's kind of like thinking maybe Leicester would be the Super tough one. But I have to say, if Thunder Eckhart gets the win over Leicester, it's done. He has to get the job permanently. Yeah. And I think there hasn't been a manager of Southampton that's got 3 wins on the bounce in the league this decade. So with that kind of logic, it's like...
I mean, what about the Russell Martin run?
Yeah, but you have a draw.
No, I guess. Yeah, it's insane. You know, we were saying like, what does Todd stay after this? You know, this next 3 games after international break. And it's like, well, it's a good possibility that now looking at it, we might end up being in the playoff positions by the end of those 3 games. I think we're 5 points off of it now. You know, another 2 wins out of this, and it looks really good.
Yeah,
and I think it's all about that momentum swing. If the players are feeling good and it's all working out, and suddenly the wins are there, you just go with it. You go with it until it stops working, because, I mean, no one else has got any better ideas. I think that, you know, we spoke to so many fans before the game on Saturday, and no one had an answer of who they wanted. No one even had a confident, I'd like this. They were just these names.
Yeah.
And I think we were all sort of in the mood of, well, let's just see what goes on today. You know, everyone was saying draw last, and they come out there 5-1. I think a lot of people are like, well, this Tonda's all right, isn't he? Tonda's at the wheel, mate.
We didn't get anyone guess a large score line that. We had plenty of 2-2s, plenty of 1-1s. Plenty of people saying I'd take a 2-1 win, stuff like that. I thought it was going to be like a 2-1 win. I could see us conceding, but just to score that many against a side that doesn't concede a lot of goals at home was just like...
I don't know the last time I saw us be clinical. I mean, we even missed a couple of chances right at the beginning of the game. I think Adam Armstrong headed over the bar. Azaz had that sitter. You know, that's could have had a hat trick that game.
Yeah.
And you think about, you know, the Bristol game, it was the same kind of start, and we just didn't put those chances away, and they just didn't. They were just people not in the right place, and you think, well, maybe if one of those went in, maybe they would have found that confidence. But now it just feels like, right, they've got it now. Yeah. Adam Armstrong just seemed like, you know, we always talked about Shea Adams being a confident striker, and you always need like a Danny Ings or someone next to him to get him to play well. It's like Adam Armstrong is such a tough, like 12 months at Southampton since going to the Prem.
Yeah,
fair play. Took him a few games to get into it, but no, since he pretty much scored his first goal, he's just started to just grow in confidence, and he's been a monster the past week. I could not believe just how good he was. He seems to never be able to like turn and beat a man, but yesterday he was just doing it for fun. They were scared of Adam Armstrong.
And there's so many options. It's like for Adam Armstrong's goal, the fact that Leo Cienda was literally bursting through midfield.
Oh, Leo Cienda was just... Yeah, that might have been the game. That might be the game where people are like, "Oh, this Leo Cienda's good, isn't
he?" Yeah, but there was even options to Adam Armstrong's right. I mean, Finn Azaz was literally right there in space as well, but they were just like in absolute awe of him. So there were so many positives of that. I particularly like the Casper Yanda goal just by the fact that it was sort of worked out from the back, and but even with that, there appears to be the ability to get it forward a lot quicker, despite the fact that we're working it around the back and trying to be a bit clever and bait the press, as we've sort of seen so many times before. But that sort of quick movement in midfield to get the ball forward, much like we did at Wembley. Do you remember that goal where it sort of burst forward quickly?
It did remind me so much of that goal, really, of just turning the ball over, being director of it super quick. The things that the players sort of took upon themselves to do. I think, how many times have you been at St Mary's and seen an attacker make a really good run just not to be found because the ball's being passed around?
Yeah.
It just finally seems like the players that are there on the pitch go like, no, I'm looking for that pass every time now. And if we were saying yesterday, even those times that we were trying to bait players in by passing around that, it actually worked. I think that might have been Charlton's naivety doing that, but it was the first time in forever when we were passing it around the back. I'm like, they're getting out of position, and we're going to be able to not. Oh, and we've done it, and it's 3 passes, and we're good.
Yeah. There were a couple of stray passes, but I think you can kind of forgive those. But there's a few kind of nervy moments like that. I just brought up Andy's comment here. Even Adam Blackmore lost count the scoreline at 5-0. According, it's 4-0. No, it's 5-0. It's 5-0, Adam. But yeah, no, it's absolutely brilliant, and I think Adam Blackmore made some quite tough questions to Tondra Eckhart in the presser. Did you see that presser that he did on Friday?
Yeah, it was good.
They were quite kind of like, so what's your ambition? They felt a little bit proby, which I don't think Adam Blackmore can win on this, because if he doesn't do those kind of things, we will say like, well, ask difficult questions, prod it a little bit. And then when he does, we say, oh, you've been a bit nasty. He's only been there a few minutes. But I thought he handled that quite well. And really did his talking on the pitch, really, didn't he?
Yeah, he's just playing it all close to us. I think he's not trying to get overexcited. He's just trying to do the best of it. He's saying the right things for now.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's gone wrong yet. And things have been better than they have been in quite a while. So just, I think just keep your head down and hope it remains. Because any second, the board could be like, no, we've got X out of here. We've decided Brendan Rodgers is our man and he wants to come over. They might do something ridiculous. So he just has to keep going, because much like us, he doesn't trust Sport Republic either. He doesn't know what the bloody hell they're going to do. No one does.
I think it's also interesting because it's almost like Tondra Eckhart's got this caretaker position, and then Adam Lallana's taken his job in the under 21s. It's like, well, what happens if it does it? Does he just go back and then Adam Lallana becomes his assistant? It feels a bit kind of like they've already perhaps made their mind up, maybe.
I kind of feel if he goes back down, Lallana goes into that 21 staff for a bit, and then actually probably moves on to an assistant manager job somewhere like that. I probably don't see Lallana staying that much, and I don't really care that much. Really, anybody that's kind of been in the coaching staff for the past 12 months haven't really done a great job. So who comes and who goes, I'm not really that bothered by.
Yeah.
As long as Leo Cienza stays forever, I don't really care.
Exactly. Alfie put up a question here. Do you reckon Cienza doesn't Matty Fernandez? We turn him into a great player. And transfer window, he's gone. Both players in which have stated they love Southampton. I think Leo's a bit different though.
Leo's a bit older, being 27, and he's done quite a few things. And if you've not watched it, watch Saints release that great sort of half an hour interview with Leo, and it's amazing. His story is crazy, like going to Sweden and then being promised a contract that didn't exist, and playing like 50th, like Germany. It's such a good story, and I think he's got enough respect for the club and love for the club for bringing him here that we've got a couple of seasons out of him. And because he's a bit older, if he has 2 good seasons here, he's then 29.
Yeah.
So you're probably not going to get massive money. That's all future stuff. We've got him now. He's amazing. He's beautiful, and we love him very much. He's got beautiful eyes. That's my big takeaway from that interview. I was like, God, she's just got beautiful peepers.
Piercing eyes.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Genuine question though. Leo Cienza or Matty Fernandez?
Cienza for sure.
Yeah, that's what I jumped to really. But
it is crazy that people are like, Sal Alcaraz. Well, he's amazing. You're never going to replace him. Fernandez, you're never going to replace him. He's amazing. Cienza's like, Sports Republic aren't great, but the stop clock's right twice a day, and they've been here a few days.
Yes, indeed. And as Andy's saying, Cienza's pace is frightening. The thing we have minutes away from the deal collapsing. Yeah, it's pretty terrifying when you think about it.
Yeah, minute away.
Hello to everyone in the chat section. Important question here from Chrissy. How many Twix did you eat that game? None.
We've gone off the
even
Twix.
Get a pie in Charlton because the concourse was tiny.
Yeah, the concourse was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it was beautiful in some senses, but it was absolutely ridiculous. And second of all, we're off the Twixes. They've changed the recipe. It's just not on anymore. Kind of just more onto a Snickers vibe right now, if I'm being honest.
Another conspiracy about the recipe of Twixes.
It's just not on.
What's happened to our world? What's happened to it? But yeah. So right, moving on to Tuesday. How are we feeling? I think this Leicester side are sort of grinding out wins here and there. They're also having some absolute howlers. I don't think the Leicester fans are particularly happy at the moment. I understand their points deduction is due next week. They sold Vardy off the Italian league,
tearing up in Syria,
and haven't replaced him. And I think that's kind of been the crux of perhaps their issue. But they have their frailties, but they also have a lot of experience in that side. A certain tall Danish defender that used to play for Southampton, but and plenty of Spurs rejects. But I don't know. I'm feeling that this will be a very good test for Tonda and the Southampton
absolutely.
side going up against a Leicester side with a lot of experience in it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I think it was when Rob was on the show, we were saying that compared to when we both came down last time, neither of us have sort of bounced the way we thought it would. Leicester definitely not. And there's just nothing really there that I'm putting. I mean, granted, I've not watched a lot of Leicester. Sorry, Chris. Leicester till I die. Sorry. We wanted to have a chat today, but it's been crazy. But they beat Stoke this weekend, didn't they?
Yeah.
So that looks pretty good, and I feel like there's still enough experience in that team to be able to knock through. So it's just about, again, which team's kind of just dialed in right now. And I'm kind of hoping that that's us.
Yeah, it looks like they won away at Norwich. They lost away at Hull, but another team did that as well. Lost 1-0 away to Millwall. They lost away at Blackburn. So I can't talk smack about any of these because we've literally done all of that. And did we draw with Borough? We did draw with Borough at home, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. So pretty mirror image in terms of the stats there, but they're coming off back-to-back wins in the league, and we've got 3 in advance. I just wanted to say that because we don't often have the chance to say we've won 3 in advance, but we have.
I mean, yeah, it feels crazy, that, isn't it? What a time to be alive! What a time to be alive! But no, Leicester have got. I think they know that punishment's coming. I feel there's a bit of a downfall right now at this stage. It kind of feels like we were both on a downward trajectory, and now we've had a little bump, and hopefully we can just sustain that and see it through it. Being at home, it's a long trip out for a Tuesday night. They could be in quite a quick turnaround. Looks like they're tired. It's just if we have to make changes for that game, are they going to be able to come in and just do what they did over the weekend? Say Downstairs start over Bragg, is he going to be as consistently looking forward? Is he going to be doing that job properly, or is Ori going to be able to make an appearance? I doubt it yet. Still,
no. I thought I needed a couple of weeks yet, but we'll see. You never know really, but it's just in regards to if we can get a couple of goals, I think we'll certainly come away with something. I don't see them in their sort of prolific days of that horrible rainy Friday evening that we do not talk of. I don't think they've got that strike power in their side anymore.
Maybe this is the time. Maybe this time we do it back to them.
Oh yeah.
Maybe this is the time we absolutely rout them on a weeknight.
Yeah.
At home, Northern Wall, Cienza with a brace, sets the place off.
I get 5 in the first half. Yeah. Just kicking off that.
Beautiful. That would be fantastic. That's what we want to see.
That would be exactly how I want to do it. But yeah, I mean, the last 4 meetings they've beaten us. I wouldn't say comfortably. Some of them has been quite emphatic. There's been some 4s in there, and but of course the last time we played them at St Mary's was that rather devastating. We were 2-0 up, and they came back and beat us 3-2. Really,
great times. Good times.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Leicester are that, to call them a bogey team is somewhat of an understatement when they've beaten you 9-0. But we have bad results against them, even if we play well. Mm-hmm. I just kind of feel like if Tuesday we can just shake off that mindset and play it like they're any other championship team, any other just a team that's in our way back to the playoffs.
Yeah,
just bat them out the way. I want if we could just get a performance where it's Again, I'm not saying clean sheets because we definitely don't do those, but just a good another banging performance. That just like this team are now on their path. They've got the feet and they're ready to go. It's time for the 28 unbeaten streak. Let's go for it. Let's unbeaten to the end of the season, mate. We're gonna win the league still.
Having a wild. If we win every game from now until the end of the season, I think it will look pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Andy said, if Eka overseas wins against Leicester and Millwall, the only discussion should be how many years he gets. Yeah, this is very true. And of course, the other side of it is if he has a great result and then suddenly another club comes in for him thinking like, who's this guy? Flipping heck. So, but hey, it's a good position for Tonda to be in. And I just hope we make the right kind of decision. But if he wins on Tuesday.
If he wins on Tuesday, that's it. You start planning for January now. It's like, right, let him see it through, and let's give him the exact tools he needs. Not the things that eventually will be what he needs.
Mm-hmm.
Things that are good right now.
Yeah,
and let's get him some proven legs. I don't think you need Ward-Prowse at this point now. As much as it'd be nice to get him back, but got Ori this season. Let's get Ward-Prowse back next season. We're in the Prem.
To a Flynn swap. Ward-Prowse to Flynn.
Oh yeah, Flynn go back to West Ham. That'd be nice.
Yeah, they both like each other at each other's clubs because he's still a West Ham fan, isn't he, Flynn? So
I never think he really ever stopped playing for West Ham, to be honest.
Maybe. Okay, right. Shall we jump straight onto it? I haven't got the formation thing because I kind of think it's going to look very similar to what we saw. Yeah. So in terms of the team sheets, I think we can pretty much think that, okay, what we saw at the weekend, maybe with a tweak in midfield to rest some tired legs or mix things up a bit. I don't think we're going to see any massive changes up front. I think he has to go with Finn Azaz and Adam Armstrong where they were. We saw a little bit of Damien Downs. It wasn't really working how it was. He did get a shot away, but it's I don't know. I don't know how that one's going to pan out, but I just certainly want him to have a performance where he gets a little bit of confidence behind him and sets the season off. But it's difficult to watch at the moment. It really is. Right, so let's move straight on to the score predictions. It's Sunday night. People are busy. People have got things to do. They're tired. We had a long day yesterday, didn't we, Jack?
Yeah, I've got a bottle of wine waiting, mate. I've got a bottle of wine. I've got the last few episodes of Taskmaster. I just want to put my feet up. I've got to go into the office tomorrow, so let's get some score predictions going.
Let's get some score predictions. Right, okay, so this is the part of the show where you guys get the chance to stick in your score predictions. Me and Jack will be going through all of them right after we've given ours. It's been a while since we've done a live show, Jack. I can't remember who goes first. Is it?
Well, I went first at the game, so why don't you go first?
It's a good point. How do I see this one going? I desperately want us to get a clean sheet. Do I think it's going to happen? No. I'm going to go with I'm going to hope there's a bit of momentum from the goal scored, and I'm going to go with 3-1 Southampton. I like that.
Nice.
It's quite bold for me, to be fair.
Very bold.
So, yeah.
Very bold.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Jake? How are you thinking?
It's not what I think; it's what I want, isn't it? Let's do that. Well, here's the thing. Since Tonda guy, I got 3-1. I got that right. I said 3-1 before the game on Saturday. Everyone thought that was probably too many goals. Did it again?
That's true.
4-0. 4-0.
So I knew you were on the fence because you're thinking I've got to go bigger than what Mike just said.
Well, no, because here's
otherwise
the thing:
our brand doesn't work.
If I wasn't trying to be this is a serious show where we talk about football seriously, I'd have said let's go 8 or 9. It's time for the meme to come around the other way. Whatever, let's do it. Yeah. But because our team's amazing right now. Cienza's going to rip you apart.
Yeah.
But but for the sake of having it written down, let's go 4.
I like it. It's got a good ring to it, and I desperately. I mean, if that ends up being a 2-0 or 3-0, I'd be still equally amazingly happy. I think that 0 is the real kind of cherry on the cake for most.
Exactly. That's what I would say. Is like I would say 9-0, but in reality, Southampton not conceding a goal is worth 5 goals.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So,
true. It's true.
That.
I think you're spot on all that. Yeah, totally with you. Right, let's go through the chat section. Thanks everyone for joining us so late on a Sunday evening. If you are watching us on replay, be sure to stick in your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, the score predictions as well in the comment section. Always fun to keep the conversation going that way. Right, let's start off with Dan. He was in first. He's going for a 3-0 Saints. Christine's going for a 3-1 Saints. Ryan is going for a 1-0 Saints. Yander to get the goal. What a goal at the Valley yesterday that was. Alfie, what was a 3-1? What I think is a 2-2. There's been a draw predicted. Look at that. Oliver's so on brand here. Oliver is going for a 9-0 Saints. Love that. Yep, did get the match right there. 7-3, Adamaldo hat trick. Leicester, don't care. Love that. And Spin Dacre is going for a 3-1 Saints. There we go. Lovely stuff. So pretty emphatic, really. Sort of confidence for a win.
We're gonna win. It's all you gotta do is just go in thinking that we're gonna win, and the boys will do the rest.
Yeah.
We'll do the rest.
Yes.
I for the sake of people to stop complaining about it, I would just really love a game where we win it in the second half, shooting towards the northern wall.
Yeah.
And it's a few goals, and everyone gets to imagine Cienza scoring in that end. It's going to be mental. Yeah. Everyone's going to have a piece of his shirt. He's going to come out of the game, just chop it up and hand it around, make sure everybody's got a bit.
Yeah, it seems to be a bit of a challenge. Who's going to get Cienza's shirt at the end of the game?
I also love that Cienza is pushing out, like when we beat Sheffield, he pushed Tonda out to do the punts. And then against Charlotte, he pushed Cam out to do something. This dude is just come in, just give him the armband. Give him the armband.
Yeah.
Which stand does he want to put his name on? Like what's up, bro? Like, let's go. What do you want? He's great.
Apparently, speaking of the stands, the Valley is the Alan Kirbishley stand, and Alan was actually there at the game, and he invited a few ex-legend Saints there, and I think Mark Dennis might have been in the box with them as well. But I was thinking, like, why don't we have some names around the stadium at St Mary's? Just a thought, throwing it out there.
You want a blue plaque by our seats, don't you? I get it. They are becoming iconic seats. So again, when they did the under 21 games, I've heard like those seats go like that because people are like, I want to sit in the matchday vlog seats.
Not quite what I had in mind. It was made me think maybe why is the Kingsland called the Kingsland and not the Mick Challenge stand? I don't know.
Sorry, mate. First of all, you've got Gabbiadini's pizza.
That's true. Yeah.
And that's second of all, that's all you need.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. So you think you should go for the stuff in the concourse rather than? I guess there's murals in the concourse.
Murals in the concourse.
There's Latiz mural and there's plenty of other stuff as well. So yeah, it's a good shout.
I would like the Latiz Malibu bar. That's what I want.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I like some of that. Yeah,
just as Malibu and Coke and fish and chips. That's all it does.
Yeah, absolutely. There'd be a hospitality section that is just very much straight down the line. Exactly that. Yeah,
it's a Sean Dyche penalty.
What is it, Mike? Are you part Spanish? I'm not, but apparently, my surname has Spanish origins. And I was told that by some friends of mine in Barcelona. And when I was told that, I did think, is it just someone that just says everything is from the country where he is? So, one of those people that's very proud of that. You see that? You see you love that? That's from our country. That's where. But apparently, it's true. I don't know.
You reckon, do you?
It's yeah. I don't know. I didn't want to argue. I didn't want to be rude. I'm British, so I just went, oh yes, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Spanish people are. I don't know if you can stretch that far, but there we go.
Barcelona Mike. Oh, Barcelona Mike. You're going to go on my phone, isn't it? Oh, Barca Mike.
We're getting like the Barca vibes from yesterday's game, aren't we? Prime Barcelona. Yeah. 2015 Barca. Yeah. Iniesta. Deco. Love that.
Perfect.
Perfect. I'm waffling now. Sorry. I'm still bubbling on from yesterday's win. But there we go. That is the show this evening. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. If you are watching us on replay, be sure to stick in your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And me and Jack will be there at the game on Tuesday. You looking forward to it, Jack? It's going to be a good one.
Mate. You know it. When I remembered on Friday night, I was like, oh, the game's on Tuesday as well, isn't it? It's a quick turnaround. That's annoying. But after Saturday, I was like, I can't wait to go watch some more football. This is fantastic, isn't it? Finally, some good food. Here we go. See.
Yes. Yeah. It'll be certainly good to get back to St Mary's with a bit of momentum and a big test, big test. But we'll wait and see. But mark my words, if we see an emphatic win, or if we see a win, Tonda will be the next Southampton manager, permanent manager.
Tonda at the wheel, Tonda at the wheel.
Yeah.
What was that song you started the chants for on Saturday? That Nathan Jones one. We couldn't stop. I've never heard you sing so loud. Never heard you sing so loud. You love the Monkeys, though, don't you? You love the Monkeys.
Yeah. Oh, what can it be? Yeah. I didn't start that.
What was the next line to? I can't remember.
And football team.
A sheep football team. What?
A cheap football team.
Yeah. Cheap football team.
Yeah. Lovely stuff. Right. On that note, we'll leave it there. But thank you so much for watching. As always, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thank you once again for the 8,000 subs. That is a massive thank you from both me and Jack. So be sure to give yourselves a pat on the back for that. We do greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. So as always, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and me and Jack will see you on Tuesday. All right. See ya.